Hey guys, it's Ellen here. You asked for it and you got it. Everyone's been hounding me for fall. So today's Mindy Monday Madness is the pumpkin patch. This is so easy. Come on, you guys. Any beginner can do this. I teach you how to draw a pumpkin if you don't know how to draw a pumpkin, and then that's really simple. And just draw some pumpkins across and you start painting them in. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Also, don't forget to check out my Patreon. It's in the description box. I have exclusive videos over there and content weekly. And my amazing art channel. It's also in the description box and in my about page. That's all my acrylic demos. They're a lot of fun to watch and learn to just see how I paint with canvas. So let's get started. Alright, so I'll go over it again, the supplies. I'm a little punchy today on Monday. 2 pieces of 3-inch square Arches 100% cotton paper. You want the Arches if you want to do a great wet on wet bleed. Otherwise, you can use fairly inexpensive paper, but if you really want to use the technique with the wet on wet bleed, it works better on Arches paper or a nice quality cold press type of paper. Just using 3 colors today: Cadmium Yellow Deep, quinacridone Magenta, I can't speak, quinacridone Magenta, Peacock Blue. I think mostly I'll stick with my Princeton number 8 long round velvet touch brush. And that's about it. So I sketched in my pumpkin patch. If you don't know how to draw a pumpkin, it's pretty simple. I'm going to show you how to draw a pumpkin. Let me just move this first. Let's get this out of the way. And I also taped this down with Scotch tape and, oh no, just a piece of cardboard. So, let me get a nice pen here. Basically a pumpkin. You know, you could start off by, if you're not really good at making the pumpkin, you can do a circle. But then you would have to do an indentation. See that? Just like a little V. And then a little teeny one on the bottom. And then you've got your pumpkin. And then for the stem, you're taking from here, curve line out, straight down, curve line back. And then from here, you curve a line, you curve a line, you curve a line, going aroundward. It's pretty simple. Again, you can do smaller ones that are really kind of like a circle with the stem. And you can do like these oblong ones if you don't want to do, like, there's different shapes of pumpkins. These really kind of funky ones like that. Again, with the little lines going like that. And then you can do the vine and the leaves coming off the vine. It's so easy. I have a pumpkin tutorial, real simple one, on my feed. You have to scroll back from like a year ago to see it, but it's there. But that's how you draw a pumpkin. So basically, for the little pieces of paper, I drew a bunch of them going across, and you want to vary them. So I did a little one, medium, bigger, and then this is kind of connecting, like this pumpkin is kind of extended over in here. See, because we're using 2 pieces, like almost like a triptych, but this is a diptych. So it extended kind of here, and then a little one in front and a bigger one in the back. Now here you decide, I'll erase some of this, if you want to keep the background white or you want to make it a color. I'm just going to pull in some lighting here. You know, it's up to you if you want to put in any kind of background, blue, gray. You could do that in the beginning, you can do that later on. I think I'm going to keep it fairly white. I like that look, you know. I don't want to put a blue background in. So I'm just going to concentrate on the pumpkins and the green ground, because we're going to put these, I didn't draw them in, but we're going to put, you know, I like to paint intuitively, which means as I go I decide kind of situation. I don't have to always have a plan. I don't like that. Sometimes I like to see what the happy accidents happen. And I'll put some vines connecting on these pumpkins. So let's start by mixing the pumpkin color. So I'll have the yellow right here, and I'll take the magenta. I've got this beautiful orange, and I might want to make a nicer, smaller, lighter orange color. I'll take some of that. See, a pale yellow. Can add a little bit of magenta, so you get different tones. Add more yellow, and then add more magenta to this one. So it's a red orange. And then you might want a darker one. So here we got the magenta, the yellow, deeper orange, red, and I will add a touch of the blue, just a teeny bit. I'm just going to get it a deep darker color and a little more magenta. You want like a deeper red, grab that blue, and a little more of that yellow. So I have the three variations in tones of the orange: light, medium, and dark. Just trying to get this right here. This one should be a little bit lighter. Add a little more yellow to that. So there we go. Boom. We'll do the green part later. So I'm gonna take some of this, the first tone I made, the lighter yellow, the lighter orange. Sorry, I know it's Monday. I'll add some more water to it. And I'm just gonna fill in my pumpkin, the whole thing, except the one in front. And if I will zoom in just so you can see better. Voila. This is where the wet and wet comes in handy. So we fill in this whole pumpkin here. You can still see some of my pencil marks, and I don't mind about that. And then you're going to take, I just wipe the brush onto the paper towel. You see right here. And I can take this medium orange, get a little more water in here. Not too much though. And just tap it on the edges of the orange we just painted. See that? And it's bleeding right into the color. And that's a really simple way to fill in the pumpkin. Now, another thing is, if it's not bleeding enough for you, you can clean off your brush, just put a little bit of water on it, and just kind of move it around. And then it will bleed again. At this point, let's see, I'm going to go in and grab this. You can still, it's still damp, grab the darker tone, which we mixed here. Just a little creamy, not a lot of water, just a teeny bit. And you can tap that in right behind the little teeny pumpkin in the front that I did. See, it's going to bleed out. And look at that. You're just tapping it in. Tip, 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 tap, 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 tap. And you get this nice bleed, because it's going to be a shadow, because the little one in front is in front and that's behind, and so that's darker. Voila. Now we can't do this one because it will bleed right now. We can do like this one, same thing. Grab this orange. Oh, actually I didn't realize it was that close. And we're going to fill it in. Same thing, grab this one, the medium color, tap that in, have that bleed. Into the lighter color. And if it's not bleeding the way you want it, you clean up the brush and you can kind of move it around, like I'm doing here, into the lighter color. And then you take that darker color, again, tapping it right next to that little pumpkin that is in front of this one, and a little bit on the side and the bottom, if you want to do that. There you go. Now this one is dry on this side, so we can play around and do the same thing. Got this orange color. I'm actually going to put some more water in it. So simple to make these little pumpkins. Just filling it in. Why I do one at a time, because you're not going to get that easy bleed. It's going to bleed into each other if you want to put in those different tones of orange. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So do one at a time. And then we take that medium orange again. Add a little more water to it so it blends better. And we'll have it bleed into this orange. See that? Just tapping that color in. And then again, I'll take that dark reddish orange and I'm just going to tap that right on the side here. Because that's going to be a shadow from this orange. This pumpkin, sorry. Now I have like a little space of, it created like this hard edge space. I'll clean off my brush and I'll just go in and manipulate it, move it around. It's that simple. On this side, this one's dry. I want to make this one a little more yellow orange. So I'll go in and add that yellow orange. Just to change it up. See, it's more yellow. And it's still wet. So we could blend in some of the lighter orange if you wanted to. And I just kind of, I would leave it like kind of the yellowish on this edge here. Just take some of that medium orange and just hit the outer edge on this side. We don't have to do the whole thing like that. Keep it like that. And then we can go for these other ones, same thing. Grab some of this orange. I'll put this one in over here. You can go right over where the stem is going to be because it's going to be brown and it doesn't matter if you cover over it. With watercolor, the darker colors can easily go over the lighter colors, but not vice versa like gouache. So again, we have this medium orange. Throw in that medium orange tone. That we had mixed up. And that will bleed very simply, like a good bleeder does. I'm kidding. The orange in there, it's bleeding nicely. And then at this point, again, you can add the little dark orange right on the outer edge of this one, because that's in front and that's behind. Just tapping it a little bit at a time, not too much. And then of course we'll have to wait for that to dry to go on to this. So this is pretty dry. We can go on and add the rigids. So I would take the medium orange. I'm gonna make this medium orange color again. I'm running out of my color. And you can just go down those lines that you created. If you want to get real technical, I'm going to add a little more of that darker orange we had. You could go in on each crevice and add in shading. What I mean by that is, I'll show you. So I made the lines with the color, the darker color. I could take just a little bit of water, not too much, teeny bit, next to that dark crevice I created, and add some of this darker tone. See that? And the same thing here. And kind of darker towards where the stem is going to be. That's, you want it much darker that way. So really dark right by the stem. See that? And then you can hit the little bottom areas too. And then you get this nice kind of like almost realistic pumpkin. Grab that dark paint. Just go in and fill that in. And we'll do a similar thing to this one. I put the medium color ridges in. Take that dark paint. You can kind of fill it in up top and the bottom. push a little bit on the side over here and on the bottom. And you can grab the medium and kind of blend it. See how I'm just blending it with my brush. It's constantly like I push down the paint, I clean off the brush, and I'm just pushing it around, and then I tap it on my paper towel, and then I'll come back in and grab that darker color again. And there you go. And if you're still not happy with it, you can clean up your brush, kind of lift the paint up. See? Lift it up. And go over it when it's dry. But that's how we're going to do the pumpkins. Like I said, I'm going to do all these similar way. The lines. And then the darker color. It's going to be more of a stylized pumpkin. I don't like to have it super realistic. I want it to be creative. So then I'll go on this pumpkin that's in front. I want it light yellow orange. You could make it a white pumpkin. I have a demo from like a long time ago of a white pumpkin. It's on my YouTube channel with yellow orange pumpkins. I'm gonna go check that out. Gonna go add some of the darker tone in here. I'm kind of moving it around a little bit. If I didn't like the bleed on this one. And then again in the background here, I'm gonna just keep adding in those lines, those darker tones. It's pretty simple. I mean, you just put those lines in the tip of your paintbrush. That's why I like this one, because it has a nice tip and it has a nice belly, fills in the color, and then you can use the tip for real detailed items on your illustration. So again, just filling in the colors. I'm not going to do this one yet because it's going to bleed. So we'll work on the stem, which is easy. I'll wait till this one dries to bleed. So we have the yellow-orange mixture here. We can add the blue. It's going to make green. Then we add the magenta, and it's going to make brown. It's kind of a reddish brown, so we'll add some more yellow. And then we'll add a touch blue till you get the brown you're looking for. Just keep playing around with it. But those three colors will make brown. It's a nice brown, if you can't see that. I'm sorry, I was mixing, you didn't see that. So I mixed the yellow, magenta, and the blue to get this brown color. It's a fairly nice enough brown. Add a little more blue. Just play around with mixing those three. So it's creamy. I'm not going to really bleed that one too much. I'm just going to take the color, the creamy texture, just a little bit of water, not too much, and I'm going to put in the stem. Now if that's too dark, you can put some more water on it. I always tap it on my paper towel, and then you have a lighter brown. It's on the red side. I'm going to add some more yellow to it. So this is a little bit lighter than the first one. And you could do that, and then you could tap in the dark brown on the bottom here. And if this one was too dark, you didn't like it, just lift up some of the paint, just carefully with the tip of your brush. So you're lifting it up and putting it in a paper towel, coming back. And you can go in and add the other color. And then I'll put the stem down here. I can add the stem over in this one. You know, change up their stem color if you don't like it. Just making it very simple. And this one's pretty dry. I can add the stem. And I'm going to have to go fix in the lines now. So it's a little slightly damp, but I can still do the lines. This one also. I'm not going to get super technical on this one. I'm just going to add a little color on the bottom, a little on the side. Clean up my brush. There, that's good enough for me. So there you go. And now we're going to do the green ground, and then we'll concentrate on the vine stems. So green, because we're done with the yellow-orange part. Yellow, add the blue. See, I'm adding the blue to make the green. Then we got this brown here still. We can add the blue and the yellow, and you got this darker green. Use these little colors that you mixed already to your advantage. See? And now you have a nice dark green. Always cleaning off my brush. Mix some more of this color. I'm going to need more of this green. So the light green, blue, yellow. It's fairly bright. If we want to tone it down a bit, you can take some of that dark green you have here, or just add a teeny bit of magenta, and that will take care of it. Kind of like make it a more olivey type green. All right. So the ground we're going to play around with. We're going to put this olivey type green here. Just kind of fill it all in, like you see. And then because it's wet and damp, just like with the pumpkin, you take your darker green and you're going to tap it on the edge underneath the pumpkins. And down here. That should bleed nicely. You can always lift up excuse me, your pad like this and diagonal, and it bleeds down. And if you want even darker color, take this blue here, grab some of that green, some of that yellow. I want it even darker. Touch of that red. Magenta. So there's a really dark one. Get a little bit loose, and then we can tap that in again. It's still wet. Make it a little bit looser so it bleeds better. Play around with the green colors that you want to do. Oops! Oh my goodness! See, I hit my pumpkin. Emergency! Emergency! How are we gonna fix this? Oh my God! This is real time, guys. Put some water on it. Put some water on it. Paper towel. Boom! Like magic, that mistake is gone. See, that's real time. Like if you're on the phone and you're like, oh my God, I got paint on my pumpkin. Then that's how you fix it. Gonna put a little darker on that side. Let's keep it interesting like that. Voila. Now let's go on this side. Did you like that emergency fix? See, we're adding the green. Voila. Just like so. You can tap in this dark green. Voila. I'm going to do more of the dark green over in here. Just like that. For some reason, maybe it's still wet on this pumpkin. It's bleeding up into it, but I'll just take that away and fix that. It's fixable, folks. Now it's making a hard edge here, and I don't like that. So I have to clean off my brush and just put some water on it and just push that around a little bit. And I go back in and add some of that lime green. I didn't like that. Very bad. So now we're going to do with the tip of this brush, take that dark green and go from the stem and make this squiggle, wiggle, have fun. They can connect or not connect. Have fun with that, see? Just take it from the stem, just wiggle, wiggles. Have them going out this way. And one like that. And then we're going to pull in the leaves. So, kind of get that dark green loose. Not super loose, but loose enough. I always dab it on my paper towel because I like to get excess paint off. And to make a simple leaf with this brush, you're just going to take the tip. You can go out like this. See, go out and do like a little leaf like that. Or if you want to add it, make it bigger. So, like a V, right? And then like a spade in the middle. So it's like a V going downward, outward, like a bird, and then a spade, and then you get that viney leaf. So the V, and then like a spade in the middle. And just manipulate the paint so it has that ivy kind of vine look. Very simple. And just put them randomly around your little vines. If you want to make some light ones, like light color green ones, oh, that green is not fun. Really pale green ones. Just for variety, you can put that in there also. Just to change it up. And then from here, you just tweak whatever you want to do. You know, this is simple. I can add some, like I said, darker tones, even more dark. Green. I'm playing around with trying to get this dark blackish green. I'm just going to tweak in, adding in some little dark green. You could put in some grass. You know, if you were doing it on a card, you could pull them up and then you could write something on the bottom, or you could write something on top. But that's what we're doing today. Adding a little darker green here. And I'll clean up my brush and I'll kind of blend it. And that's it. I'm just going to keep tweaking it till I feel like, I like it. But I think it's already cute. What do you think, guys? And then we'll just peel off our tape. Yeah, you don't want to cooperate. And we have these super cute minis. You can put them in a little frame. Oh goodness, that tape does not want to come off. Not being very, very nice today. Oh, we missed the tape. It's still wet. I'm gonna be careful I don't wreck it. Yes. So, peeled off our tape to reveal the cuteness that they are. The mini pumpkin patch. Mini Monday Madness. Like I said, you can put them in these. They have tons of cute little frames, like Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Little black frame would be really pretty. And you can, you know, make a bunch of these. Or you could just make one pumpkin and do like a whole pumpkin patch. There's so many different things you can do with this. It'd be a great gift to give somebody who loves to decorate for the fall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Mini Monday Madness tutorial. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check out my Patreon. I have exclusive videos weekly over there and some printable and traceables over there. Not many, but you know, I try and do them weekly. It's a lot. And I have that other channel, the Amazing Acrylic Art channel. It's in my description box and on my About page. Please check that out. Trying to build that one up too. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.